Hello and welcome back to our Veritas Solving for Resiliency Gaps Across Every Cloud video series. Again, I'm your host, Anthony Cusimano, here to help us on our journey today. I am joined by the most awesome, most amazing, most magnanimous Tony Davids, Veritas Cloud Architect, who's going to be showing us how we set up protection plans for cloud workloads across every cloud. With that, Tony, I pass it over to you. What are you going to show us today?
Thanks, Anthony. We're going to set up a protection plan here for the cloud, and we're going to enable granular file recovery that we talked about in another video. So we'll have that protection plan available and show you how to add assets to it in order to protect them. Let's get started. So I'm logged in as an administrator. I'm on the protection plans portion of the web user interface. It's as simple as going in and clicking on Add. We'll give our protection plan a name. Hopefully it's meaningful. It's always helpful to do it that way. So we're going to do Anthony and Granular File Recovery, GFR. So you can give it a description. You can tell it things like part of the description. It might be helpful to add, hey, this is a Monday to Friday. In this case, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m.
That's about what I work Monday to Friday.
It was long 10-hour days. So
that's right.
In this case, since we're doing the protection in the cloud, we choose the workload type of cloud, which corresponds to over here. We're going to move on to the next screen where we set up our schedule and our retention. So you can add multiple schedules in here too. So I'll leave the default here where we're protecting it once a day and we're retaining it for 2 weeks. You also need to add your start window in here. So I'll do the 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and then duplicate that, and then I'll remove the ones that I don't need, the Saturday and Sunday ones, and I'll save that. And now we've got our one schedule here, and as I said, you can add multiple schedules if you want. So if you had things like you wanted to do a month-end copy or something like that, you could add that too. So next up, we'll move over to our options, and this is where we enable, it's as simple as doing a little checkbox, and we enable granular recovery. For this protection plan, if you're going to add any assets to it, you're going to need to have them in a connected state, and I'll jump over and show you what that means and talk about it a little bit. So I move on here. And this is our permissions. So this is part of our role-based access control, and we talked about that in another video about how we can provide role-based access control. So in creating the protection plan, you'll want to enable who can see it and who can do things to it or who can add assets to it. That's an important thing. I know you've asked about it before, Anthony.
Yeah, that is important. We definitely want to make sure that every admin, whether they're managing for Azure, AWS, or Google, has the ability to see or not see what they're protecting.
Yes, exactly. So I'll move on after you're setting up the permissions. You can review it, and then it's as simple as adding it. For those NetBackup, long-term NetBackup admins out there, our protection plans behind the scenes are using those NetBackup policies that you're know and familiar with. This protection plan, you can see we have the Anthony GFR, and it's of type cloud. You can see over here that it's not in use yet. We haven't added any assets to it. If we drill in on it now, after creating it, you can see the options that are set. You can see the granular file recovery, the schedules that we've set up for it, and if there's any protected assets in it. And of course, we saw on the summary screen there weren't anything added to it yet, and then you can also see the permissions. So the next step you do is you'd go over to your cloud workloads here and take a look at, for instance, your virtual machines. In order to add a virtual machine to this protection plan, you'll need to have it, since it had granular file recovery set in the settings, you'll need to have it either in a connected or a configured state. The other state would be not connected. That means that we've either set up our agentless type connectivity to it, that makes it in a connected state, or we've actually installed the agent on the machine, and that'll put it in a connected state. The reason you need to do that is for it to discover the file systems on the host, to be able to catalog those, And then we can search, like you saw in that granular file recovery video before, that we could search for different files and folders and do those recoveries. If you try and add a virtual machine that's in a not in a connected or a configured state, you'll get an error. So you can go into one of these different machines that are in the connected or a configured state, and you can add protection to them, and we can choose our new Anthony GFR, and we can throw it in there, and it'll then be doing that data protection for it there.
That is super cool. And as always, Tony, you've made it look so easy and so simple to even add Anthony level protection to a cloud workload inside of NetBackup.
It is
thank
easy.
you, Tony. Yeah, thank you as always for showing us how this is done and helping educate not only the folks watching this video, but myself as well. So thanks, Tony.
You're welcome.
And thank you for joining us today and checking out this demo in our Across Every Cloud video series. If you're curious to see more of what we're up to, be sure to check out the rest of the videos in the series. Thanks.